What's going on, guys? It's Steven from the BS Show. This video is going to be a quick hitter because we're running out of time here. The fight's a week away, so I got to do a video on it because I'm stoked for this fight. We're talking Deontay Wilder, the Knockout King, versus Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. Their first fight, in my opinion, will go down as one of the best heavyweight boxing matches of all time. And that's saying a lot because we know we have some historical great moments in that heavyweight division. But this narrative to this fight can't even be written in Hollywood. It feels like you have Tyson Fury coming from a fighting family, a traveling family. That's why they call him the Gypsy King. His dad actually named him after Mike Tyson, which is ironic because he fights more like Muhammad Ali. And Deontay Wilder is like the Mike Tyson in this scenario. But in 2015, Tyson Fury reached every single goal he set out for himself. He had the WBA, the IBF, the WBO, the IBO, the Ring Magazine, and the Lineal Championship, all which he took from Vladimir Klitschko. He was at the peak of the sport at that time, but once you reach every single goal you set out for yourself, sometimes you can't light that fire under your ass because you accomplished everything you ever set out to accomplish. And that's kind of where Tyson Fury was in this moment in his life. He was kind of depressed. He had no drive or aspiration for anything more because he reached everything he ever wanted. And he said he even thought about suicide and gained over 100 pounds in weight. Now, as Tyson Fury was falling from grace and withering away, drinking himself into a pit of depression, over in the US, there was a guy by the name of Deontay Wilder that was making a name for himself. And he got into boxing at the age of 21, very, very late, all because he had a daughter with spinal cord issues and needed to pay those medical bills. Well, it turns out that was a good idea to take up boxing because he's a natural and he had freakish power in his hands. Deontay Wilder might just be the best knockout artist that boxing has ever seen. 43 fights, 41 knockouts as of today. I mean, many people want to argue that Mike Tyson is the better knockout artist, but I'll put up the stats on the screen and you guys be the judge. I'm not gonna be a part of that argument. But regardless of where you rank Deontay Wilder's knockout power all time, it's apparent that he's the scariest dude in boxing today. I mean, no matter who steps in that ring with them, you almost know they're going to get knocked out. And it may not happen in the first round, the second round, the third round. He may wait until the 10th round, the 12th round. It don't really matter what round, to be honest. He could be losing the whole fight and land one clean punch as long as he finds one opening and lands one shot. It's good night. Thank you everybody for your money. Please go home. The dude just has crazy freakish knockout power and it's his get out of jail free card. I mean, we've seen it a couple times where he gets outboxed and he gets out of jail free with his freakish power. But to be honest, he's sharpened up some of that stuff. But regardless, Tyson Fury, loathing and in his depression, he looks at the state of the heavyweight division and he sees these titans, these killers starting to take over. The Anthony Joshuas, the Deontay Wilders. And that's enough to pull himself out of that depression. And it lights a fire under his ass to once again be a champion and go to the gym rather than drink, work on boxing. And that's exactly what he did. One tune-up fight later, 1 year passed and 100 pounds down. And we arrived to the moment where Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury finally face off, which many people knew was going to be big, but we didn't know it was going to be that big. We didn't know it was going to turn out as great as it did. And that fight, in my opinion, is one of the most epic fights of all time. I mean, seriously, take a step back and think about the narrative of that first fight. Tyson Fury was on the top of the world and at the peak of his game, then falls from grace. Deontay Wilder comes up, takes over the game, is knocking out everyone. No one wants to fight Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury comes back, takes a fight, and within a year takes on the baddest dude in the division that no one wants to fight. And they absolutely have a war, and Tyson Fury outboxes him the whole fight, gets caught in the 8th, knocked down, keeping the fight exciting and anticipation high. But Tyson Fury got up like nothing happened, continued with his game plan, sticking and moving, and continued winning the fight all the way to the 12th round where you guys know what happened. Deontay Wilder did what Deontay Wilder does and completely shut out Tyson Fury's lights, catching him with a hook and another one on the way down, and Tyson Fury was out cold. But good on the ref for giving Tyson Fury the 10 count, giving his soul enough time to leave the body, go to the concession stand, get some popcorn, go pee, and come back where Tyson Fury rose up, jogged over to where the ref told him to jog over, looked like nothing even happened, and continued winning the 12th round. Unbelievable. But the most beautiful part of this fight was that narrative of Tyson Fury falling from grace and picking himself back up, becoming the champion that he once was. And that fight, it paralleled that in so many ways. Him getting knocked down and getting back up like the champion he is. And Deontay Wilder did exactly what Deontay Wilder was supposed to do. He was supposed to knock Tyson Fury out, and that's exactly what he did. But it turns out that Tyson Fury has a get out of jail free card of his own, and that's his mental fortitude. Now, whether you thought it was controversial or not, the fight was called a draw, which I personally had Tyson Fury winning, but to my surprise, other people had Deontay Wilder winning. So, I mean, it is what it is. I feel like Tyson Fury got robbed personally, but I can't complain. I mean, I get to see this fight again. The first fight was absolutely epic, so how could I sit here and complain? Of course I want to see them rematch. I mean, honestly, who wouldn't want to see that fight again? That first fight was absolutely epic. The two best heavyweights in the world. Some may argue that Anthony Joshua is one of the best, but I don't want to have that discussion right now. You know what else is really cool about this fight, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately? This parallels some of the best heavyweights in the world, like Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. Deontay Wilder kind of resembles Mike Tyson in a way, not in his fighting style. He doesn't fight in the pocket, but just how dangerous he is and how he could end the fight at any moment with one punch. And then Tyson Fury kind of resembles Muhammad Ali in a way, where he's a sharp puncher, uses his jabs well, he's very lengthy, and he talks a lot, he gets in your head, and he has great head movement. And everybody was like, oh, it would be great to see Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson fight if you could make up some fantasy fight. So we're kind of getting that in a weird way. Not exactly, but it resembles that in a way, and I like that a lot. Not only that, this is their rematch, this is their tiebreaker, which resembles the two best heavyweights in the world, the Thrilla and Manila fight. And I love this. I love that this resembles that Thrilla and Manila fight, because this has the potential to be the tiebreaker that everybody wants. A super epic fight to really see who is the baddest man in the world. And yeah, the plot thickens and this narrative just continues getting deeper and deeper. This bubble is just getting bigger and bigger. And on Saturday night, it's going to bust and we're going to see the results. Hopefully it lives up to be as epic as it's building up to be. And I really think it will, because these two styles just make for an exciting fight. Anytime you have someone who's a knockout artist, you know they could get a knockout punch at any moment of the fight, so it always keeps you on the edge of your seat. And if you're rooting for Tyson Fury, you just want him to stick to his game plan. Keep the jab, keep the distance, use that head movement, use that height just to lean out of the range of the punches. I mean, he could very much do it, but here's the thing. He has to do it for all 12 rounds. And I'm rooting for Tyson Fury in this fight, so I already know my butt's going to be sore after this one, because I'm going to be clenching my butt cheeks all night that night. Screw it, I'm leaving that part in. But just for the record, guys, I'm also a Deontay Wilder fan. If he was fighting anyone but Tyson Fury, I'd be cheering for Deontay Wilder. But in this case, I just relate with Tyson Fury in so many ways. I struggled with depression my whole life, so I just like his story and how he rose up from that negativity and that dark place to be in a better place. And like he says, he struggles with it every day, which I relate with. Every day is a new day. You learn your different switches, how to pull yourself out of it. And if anyone's struggling with it and they don't have control and know how to get themselves out of that negative, cloudy mind state, go ahead and hit me up. And I'm always there for anyone who needs a talk. Don't be ashamed. I mean, I'm an open book and I do not judge. But I digress. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Let me know in the comments below, who do you see winning this fight? And also, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, you're going to want to subscribe before we hit 1,000 subs. Because me and Brett planned on taking our first 1,000 subs on a yacht party. We already have VIPs like Derek Lewis, the Diaz brothers. I'm from Stockton, so I have the hookup. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder's going. And we got the holograms of Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac doing a duet. It's going to be great. I mean, you guys got to sub before we hit 1,000 subs. Don't miss your shot. And I'll see you on that yacht, guys. Anyways, peace.